Welcome to Lakshman Biology. Next, we have to see about another theory which will explain about origin of life, that is theory of chemical evolution. Theory of chemical evolution of life. If you see the theory of chemical evolution of life, it is the best theory among all theories. Many members are accepted the theory of chemical evolution because the theory of chemical evolution is proved by Miller, by the Miller's experiment. Here, the theory of chemical evolution is explained by Oparin from Russia. Oparin is from the Russia and another scientist Halden from the England. Oparin from the Russia, Halden from England proposed the theory of chemical evolution of life. According to theory of chemical evolution of life, the first form of first life is arise from non-living organic molecules. First living forms or first living things are formed from non-living organic molecules like RNA and protein. How the first life is formed from non-organic organic molecules? By the chemical interactions. Non-living organic molecules are converted into the life. How these non-living organic molecules are formed? That non-living organic molecules are formed from inorganic constituents. Starting what happened? Inorganic constituents, inorganic substances. By the chemical interactions, inorganic substances are converted into non-living. Inorganic substances also non-living only. Non-living organic molecules. Example for these non-living organic molecules, RNA and proteins. These non-living organic molecules by the chemical interactions converted into first life. All those things happen because of chemical interactions. Next, that only the organic molecules are formed from inorganic constituents. Then if you see here the inorganic molecule should converted into organic molecule should converted into life by the chemical interactions. Chemical interactions require energy. How the energy is provided for chemical interactions in the primitive earth? That is by high temperature, volcanic storms, and apart from that reducing atmosphere which contain methane and ammonia, that will provide energy. High temperature, volcanic storms, and reducing atmosphere. High temperature means at the starting earth there is a lot of temperature, more than 800 degrees Celsius temperature we have observed. Okay, we can that is present on the earth. That high temperature and volcanic storms, continuously there is a volcanic storms or volcanic eruptions, that lava come outside from the soil. Volcanic storms, reducing atmosphere means the atmosphere not contain oxygen, only hydrogen is present, hence that is the reducing atmosphere. There is no oxygen, hydrogen and another gases are present, hence it is reducing atmosphere. Because of this high temperature, because of high temperature and volcanic storms reducing atmosphere, the chemical reactions are happened that leads to formation of first life. That is about theory of chemical evolution of life. Now we will see exactly what happened step by step. First one is there is a water vapor starting before 20 billion years ago. Our universe is formed. After that, before 4.5 billion years ago, our earth is formed. First life is appeared 4 billion years ago. How it is appeared, that everything we will see. There is a molten mass. Molten mass means that high temperature surface area of primitive earth. surface area of primitive earth is called as molten mass. At the starting, molten mass of earth release some substances that are water vapor, methane, carbon dioxide, ammonia, etc. These are mostly inorganic molecules. Later what happened? By the chemical interactions, these inorganic molecules are converted into simple organic molecules like amino acids, alanine, glycine, aspartic acid, along with that formation of sugars, nitrogenous bases, pigments, fats, etc. Amino acids are building blocks, or amino acids are monomers of proteins. There are 20 different types of amino acids. Example for amino acids: alanine, glycine, aspartic acid, etc. Apart from the sugars, nitrogenous bases and pigments. Sugars, carbohydrates. Sugars are nothing but carbohydrates. Nitrogenous bases, those are present in DNA and RNA, and pigments. All those things are organic molecules which are formed from inorganic molecules. Next, later these organic molecules become into protobionts or conservates. Protobionts are conservates. Protobionts are conservates. Those are a type of droplets which are formed in the water. They cannot do reproduction, but they can show the metabolism and isolation from surroundings. They can also they can also absorb the substances from surroundings. Later, what happened? The protobionts are converted into, or conservates or protobionts are converted into non-cellular forms. Non-cellular forms. Here, these protobionts or conservates are unable to replicate. How these and the substances which are unable to replicate are become into replicate is nothing but reproduction. These conservates are unable to reproduce, but later they got the property of reproduction. How they got the replicating property, we don't know exactly. We don't have idea how they got replicating property. First non-cellular forms are formed 3 billion years ago. These non-cellular forms contain DNA, RNA, polysaccharides, etc. They can able to reproduce. Later what happened? Non-cellular forms are converted into first cellular forms. First cellular forms are unicellular, not the multicellular. First cellular forms are prokaryotes. Cells are two types: prokaryotes and eukaryotes. First formed organisms are unicellular, prokaryotic, anaerobes means there is no oxygen. Hence, without oxygen, they should do the respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Respiration occurs without oxygen. Chemoheterotrophs, not autotrophs. First formed organisms are heterotrophs. They cannot produce their own food. They are dependent on surroundings for the food. Unicellular, prokaryotic, anaerobic, chemo, heterotrophs. Those are originated. These are cellular forms. Those are originated 2000 million years ago. Where it is originated? In the water. Next. Later what happened? These anaerobic chemoheterotrophs are converted into anaerobic photoautotrophs. Photoautotrophs, chemoautotrophs. Chemoautotrophs utilize chemicals. Okay, chemicals. And photoautotrophs utilize the light. Chemoheterotrophs utilize chemicals. Instead of chemicals, the anaerobic photoautotrophs utilize the light. These are non-oxygenic photoautotrophs. They can do the photosynthesis but not produce oxygen. Example for that is green sulfur bacteria. Later what happened? We can see the formation of photoautotrophs. Anaerobic photoautotrophs are converted into aerobic photoautotrophs. Example for the photoautotrophs is cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, that will produce the oxygen. Hence, reducing atmosphere is converted into oxidizing atmosphere. Later what happened? Eukaryotes are originated 1.5 billion years ago. Then after that, the unicellular forms are converted into multicellular. Then later we can see the formation of invertebrates. Before 500 million years ago, invertebrates are formed. Before 350 million years ago, jawless fishes are formed. Before 350 million years ago, only the fishes are evolved into amphibians. Later, we can see the formation of reptiles. Remaining things we'll see after the completion of theories of evolution. Thank you.